Hi Gemini, welcome to your reconciliation reading. This is intended to be positive, just so you know. Everything else you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, including the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Deku Tarot. Much love and support to her. Hopefully you get a chance to stop by, check her out, show her some love and support as well if you like what she has to say. This is intended to be positive and also a romantic love reading. So it may resonate though in other areas of your life, even though I intend it to be about romance, romantic love. All right, I think I said everything. This is for the month of September, by the way, 2019. All right, Gemini. All right. For Gemini. All right, Gemini. Gemini. 9 of Pentacles. All right, so we've got the 8 of Wands, Page of Cups. God bless it. What is Page of Devil? See something zooming around in here. We got the back door open again. 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 4 of Cups, 3 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. All right. And this is crooked, isn't it? All right, close enough. All right. Okay. So this is someone I think that wants you to be in their future, and I don't think they were expecting to feel the way they felt about you, and it's like, well, here it is. Now I've got to deal with this, and I don't want to let it go. All right, so we've got 3 8s here, and 3 8s is marriage. So either you're dealing with a marriage that someone doesn't want to end, or this is someone that is rather surprised by their feelings for you and wants to start thinking of you in that way as someone of permanency, of you being in their life permanently. All right, so this is interesting. I think they want to be less afraid. I think they want to be less reserved, and I think they want to be more open emotionally with you. It could also be that there's kids involved here, that this was disagreements on having kids, and someone is finally wanting to, okay, I'm open to having kids. I think they want you to want to make a commitment based on this new knowledge or awareness of wanting to have kids. Like, they want you to be on board with that. They want that to be part of the reconciliation. Or this is someone that wants just a commitment in general from you. They don't want this waiting period anymore. They don't want this non-engagement. They want things to happen rather quickly. They want decisive action. They want to know that they don't just want to keep doing what they've been doing with you. They want a commitment from you, and they want a commitment with you. And it could be that they've learned, all right, I know that, I finally am able to give to you what you deserve, and I want that in return now that I'm in a better place and I've kind of released issues from the past. Like, I've let go. I've let go of a lot of things that I need to let go of that was probably getting in the way of you and I connecting. And it's because I feel so strongly for you and I think it's worth it that I want to continue with you. I see you as a part of my future. I've done the work. Will you meet me halfway? Will you commit? No more of this kind of back and forth shenanigans, evasive, like kind of, I hate to say emotionally unavailable, but just someone just not taking things that seriously. And so they're like, yeah, okay, I get it. I think this is someone that might have been, this is just someone that was not very open about things, though, too, as a way of kind of preserving some kind of self-control or control in a situation. and they see that that doesn't work. So they want to be more open, but they want to know that the commitment and the willingness to work on things is going to be there from you. What's this Eight of Wands about? Yeah, this is someone that wants to do the right thing. They want to value you. They want a relationship of value where you each are good to each other. You each value each other. It's based on self-respect instead of this tit for tat game playing, cutting off, being evasive, silent treatment, that sort of thing. It's this Eight of Wands. 10 of Wands. It's this Devil card. Eight of Cups. What's this Eight of Swords? This is Eight of Swords. Page of Wands. Three of Wands. This is Three of Wands. So are you two beginning to talk again? Is that what this is? Is like you've kind of been talking through things? Because you're not out of the woods yet. You're still kind of in negotiations. What's this Eight of Pentacles about? Seven of Cups. What's this Seven of Swords about? Nine of Wands. So I think this is someone that just kind of feels like you get frustrated with them and you kind of get really snarky and defensive, and your first go-to is just to cut and run, cut things off, and it makes them feel like they can't be open or they can't tell you how they feel. And it's like someone, this is someone that's like, look, I recognize that I have contributed to some of the crap. I know how I get, but you got to meet me halfway and you got to agree to work on this with me instead of cutting me off. Because there's a lot of stuff going on here separately, your stuff, my stuff, and then we have our stuff because of that, and we need help navigating through it. There's going to be this big old ball of mess, and it's just going to keep getting in the way, and we're going to keep running into this crap. And this is someone that I think, Gemini, they feel like you might fly off the handle and use really harsh words or say things like in a mean way. And they're wanting that to get put to the side to get through stuff, not to win the argument, not to shout the loudest or have the last word, but to just set that aside so that you two can figure out what you need to do. I think they feel like there's a lot of arguing for arguing's sake, or it ends up being about who's right. Like, I did too tell you that, you just don't remember, and you know what I mean? Like, having to be right. What else what's this Four of Cups about? Ace of Pentacles. So it's, you know, it's, gosh, it's the darndest thing. It's like, okay, there's somebody that's really self-protective, and then there's somebody else that's really kind of just like really, I want to say extroverted, but just always wants to be out in front of everything. Just wants to be kind of, that doesn't want to be emotionally, who does? Emotionally vulnerable. That kind of says everything first so that someone can't accuse them of it, or so you got two people here, and the other person is preventing them from opening up, and the person that says everything first, they're being just as self-protective and evasive as the person that has closed down and shut down on this because they don't want to get hurt, and they feel like they can't win an argument, they can't be heard. And it's gotten to the point where it's not about working on stuff and talking things out and listening. It's just about someone, you know, blah, 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 I can't hear you. I want to win the argument, so I'm just going to say things louder and first. And I'm going to carry the whole argument because I'm going to tell you what you would have said to me. And then I'm going to argue that. And so it's like the other person, whoever the other person is, whether this is you, Gemini, or your person, but they're just like, well, okay, then you got it all figured out. I guess I'm just going to sit here and, you know, chew on my bottom lip or something. I mean, and that has prevented you two from, it's almost like you're kind of slow, like have retreated from each other and you're in your own little bubbles. And so this is someone that wants to break through that wants to figure it out, but they also want your buy-in and they want you to lay down the sword. What's this Page of Cups? Four of Swords. Exactly, lay down the sword. There it is. It's an interesting way of looking at that, but okay. It's almost like, God, does everything have to be a knife fight? Like, does everything have to be just a sword fight, or just this, well, you did this, or well, you know what I mean? Like that, just bicker, and you have to be right all the time. Like that's what the person would be saying. Does it always have to be about who's right and who's wrong, or who's more right or who's more? Do you have to disagree with me just because you want to sound like the smartest person in the room or in the conversation? Like, can we set aside our stuff and work together? And for both of you, this comes from past hurts. For both of you, you both got your past talking to each other and pinging each other's crazy. So you both come by it honestly. It's just that you've got to find a way to, instead of cutting off from each other emotionally and bailing or sword fighting, there has to be like, okay, well, triggered, and then, okay, it's about management of that. And it's not anybody's fault, or there's got to be a clearing that you two come to. And it might even be that you need to talk to someone about it, or, just could be getting advice from wise counsel, doing research, figuring it out, working on it and figuring it out, finding your own knowledge about it and awareness so that you two can get through it. Because at this point, it's just evolved into bickering and someone being defensive and guarded, and the other one's closed off, the other one retreats emotionally, the other one attacks. There's a lot going on here. So, but either way, this person wants the relationship. For the Geminis that I'm reading for, this person, despite all of this, wants to get through that. They want to work through that because of the way they feel. But there's a lot going on here. And because of that, it's like they know it's not all you and it's not all them. It's both you, and they need it. It's like you have to meet them halfway, and that's going to be part of the thing they want to talk to you about. Is like, look, this is what I think is going on. Are you willing to? All right. What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? Okay, so I got labor, which is that 10 of Wands there. And then I got deceit. And I think it could very well be, cheating or whatnot, but it doesn't feel like that so much as it feels like someone just feels, too, that to get someone to open up to them again, or to tell them the truth, or to be honest about how they feel, is like pulling teeth, and it's tit for tat. Instead of saying like, I'm hurt, or when you do that, I feel really such and such, or whatever that proactive conversation is, it's like, well, now you know how it feels, or well, you do that to me, oh, you're being dramatic again. Like, it's just that really attacking instead of where that's coming from. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not sitting here giving self-help advice. I'm saying this is what's showing up here, is that when someone feels vulnerable, they attack. And because of whoever that someone is, the other person in the relationship shuts down. And then you get into this little passive-aggressive dance that just does not work, and it makes you end up here. And I feel like the 7 of Pentacles didn't show up, but it feels like you're at the crossroads. Like, this is either, crap or get off the pot time. We got to deal with what we aren't telling each other, and we got to find a new way of working on things. And it's going to be a lot of work. I mean, they see, where's that? There it is now. They feel like it's a lot of work now, but it's not working. It's not yielding any results. It's not worth it. So it's like they want a shift from this right here, this 10 of Wands, to this 8 of Pentacles, where this is like fruitful labor. This is stuff that yields results. This is stuff that you do with diligence and purpose for a desired outcome that is assured to come because of the work you put in. This is just like, oh my God, again, spinning your wheels. What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? The good thing is this person's aware of both sides. Like, they're like, okay, all right, okay, I get it. But it's not something they can fix all on their own, because it takes two. There's 3 sides to every story, right? The truth, your side, and their side. But this is about, I keep getting the laying down the sword and just listening. And without assuming agenda, without assuming that, well, you're just saying that because you're trying to manipulate me, or you want me to feel a certain way so you have the upper hand, or this person just can we not do that, and can you just hear me? Can you just hear what I'm saying? I'm terrified. of losing you, but at the same time, when you attack me, it pisses me off, and I'm going to do this, that, and the other because I don't like it when you make me feel that way. Or, you know what I mean? It's just like, can you just hear me being vulnerable and care enough to respect and to not do what really hurts me? That's kind of scary, because when someone says yes or no, like someone's going to either say yes or no, and then it's like you have to trust. Oh my God, this is a lot. This is a lot to work on. So just, they're aware of it, but it is a lot. All right, what else for Gemini? And when I say they're aware of it, but it is a lot, that means that they're aware, but they know they can't do it by themselves. They need your buy-in. You might even need help. We got these swords here. That's wise counsel, one of the things. And it might even be that you two need to work on this together with someone coaching, or with you two developing a plan, something, but there's got to be a plan of action. Because otherwise you just are going to keep triggering each other, and this is going to fall completely flat, and it's not going to go anywhere. What else for Gemini? Eight of Swords again. So this could also be wise counsel. The Eight of Swords is getting information from many sources, friends, reading, searching out information for what you're really stuck on, or what you feel like you can't see your way out of. And that's, I mean, my God, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Oh, good gracious. And we got another one here. So 4 8s is a reversal. So this is basically what's going to turn this situation around, is working together and finding a new way to relate to each other to salvage this. Because there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of hurt feelings. There's a lot of shutting down. There's a lot of tit for tat. I did that one. Did I do that? Yeah, I did. Okay, all right. What else for Gemini? So we've got 4 of Swords reversed. Oopsie, what did I just do that for? 4 of Swords reversed, right? Yes. And the 2 of Wands. So this is something that has been festering and has been bothering you both, especially this person. They're just like, I can't let this go anymore. I've got to, I don't want to. They're restless. They're wanting to figure this out. We either got to go or get off the pot. And they're wanting to make plans. They're wanting to, this is something that they feel needs immediate attention. They don't feel right about, and on the one hand, it's like they're conflicted. Like they feel strongly about what they know and how they feel, but at the same time, they know that can't keep doing what we've been doing. It's not working. It's a lot of hard work for not a lot of payoff. And so they feel pretty strongly about this, like coming to you, like, can we work this out? But they're also still, it's a hard place to be in, because they want connection, but they're still afraid or guarded. So there's that. And it really is going to take you two finding a new normal together. And they get that they can't be the one that erupts and explodes and runs and just does whatever to not have it be intimate and raw and connect. They get that they can't be the one to sabotage that anymore. They get that they've been doing that. They understand that they've been sabotaging you two. They see both sides. They see their contribution. They also have a pretty good idea and some opinions about what you're doing. But overall, this is like a call for transparency and intimacy and connection, and to get through all the barriers that each of you have been putting up as a way of not connecting, having to be right, bickering, attacking before you hear someone, that sort of thing. Okay, all right. Good Lord. I hope this was helpful, Gemini. I hope you and your person are able to see yourselves through this. I gotta say that from what's here, if this applies to you, like this, your person, this is pretty courageous. because they're still, even though this is a very heavy load you both have been carrying, they still want peace and connection. At the end of the day, they still want to show up and hopefully get that with working with you, like you two finding a new way. All right. I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.